Hey YouTube family, it's me again, and as I'm sure you know, tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I would like to encourage you to thank all of the active duty service members and the veterans that you know in your life. But I'd also like to encourage you to not let Veterans Day be the only day that you thank them, or any veteran that you see. I work at a Hallmark in a fashion mall close to where I live, and if I see a veteran or an active duty service member, wearing their hat or their fatigues or anything like that, I will go up to them and say thank you for your service and shake their hand. And there was a day a few months ago where a man was going to buy a card for his son's birthday, and he asked me where he could find a t-shirt. And I noticed that he was wearing a hat that said Vietnam veteran. And I'm sure you've all seen them. My grandfather had one that said Korean veteran. I know people that have got them that say Afghanistan veteran. And I, like I normally do, say thank you for your service. And what was different about this time that I said it was that he began to cry, because he was so thankful that somebody had recognized that he wasn't, what they said about the people that came home from Vietnam. He was a veteran who had gone and fought because it was his duty. And hopefully I have his name right, but his name was Larry Wilson, I believe. I should have wrote it down whenever I heard it, but I didn't. And he went to U.S. Grant High School. He had just been signed for the San Francisco Giants, and he was about to play his first big league game after getting signed whenever his mom called him from Oklahoma and said that he had been drafted into the Marines. And he could have run. He could have gone into Canada or Mexico or anywhere else, gone to jail for a few years. But he bucked up and he went. Now, most people don't realize how, kind of tough Vietnam veterans had, because some of them didn't have a choice. They went because the government told them to go, but they still had the honor and the dignity to go. A lot of them didn't come back, but he was one of the ones that did. And he was so thankful and so grateful that I had thanked him for his service that he was just floored. He couldn't even express how happy it made him feel. Another time that I told a veteran thank you, aside from, Veterans Day, so when I was working at a small Italian restaurant, and he was a World War II veteran. He was there with his wife. And after he had paid for his meal, I looked at him and said, "Sir, I'd just like to thank you for your service." And with a tear in his eye, he shook my hand, and he kissed my hand, and he said, "God bless you, dear." And he left. And it's little moments like that that kind of just stick with me, because I know that they appreciate it. And I'm not saying that they don't appreciate it on Veterans Day, but I think they appreciate it more on days they don't expect it. So, not only do I encourage you to thank your veterans this coming Veterans Day, as well as your active duty service members, but thank them every day, because they don't stop being veterans or active duty after Veterans Day is over. They're veterans and active duty every single day of their lives after they've enlisted or gotten out or whatever. So don't just constrict it to one day. Let them know that you are thankful for them every day you possibly can, because that is basically pro tip number 1 for being somebody's hope. Because they might be having a bad day. Their car got towed, they can't pay a bill, but you thanking them for their service and their sacrifice might just make their day better. And in turn, they might make somebody else's day better. And the gratitude you see on their faces is enough to perk up anybody's day. So be their hope tomorrow and every other day. And to all of my veterans and active duty service members, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Some of you didn't necessarily see combat, but you still were willing to make that sacrifice. You were still willing to go and fight for your country, and for that, I thank you so much. And I don't think there's ever going to be enough words in the English language, or any language for that matter, to tell you how much we appreciate you. So, happy Veterans Day, and I'll see you soon.